Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Big Brigade. Hope everybody's doing okay. This is Vlogtember day 6. This has been quite a day. I'm doing it a little bit earlier. It's right at 6:30 in the evening here. But I wanted to do this a little early. I hadn't done a whole lot of crocheting today, a little bit of crocheting, but I did get out and send Trina her sweater, the turquoise and black sweater. It's on its way to New York State, not New York City, but it's on its way. And I had the most miraculous and mind-blowing experience. My morning, their afternoon, but my morning, because I'm a night owl, so I don't get up till afternoon a lot of times. But I went to go mail the package, and I have encountered this lady at the post office before. Her name is Charlie. So hello, Charlie, if you're watching. A very sweet lady. And so I they always had to make sure that you're not mailing anything perishable or liquid or fragile or what have you. And I said, no, it's just a sweater. And then I showed her a picture of the sweater, and she's like, ooh, and I told her I do make and sell sweaters. And then I gave her, and during the course of conversation, I gave her my information so that if she wanted to contact me about having a sweater made, that I could make her one. And and then as she and I are talking, and I'm showing her different pictures of things that I've made, this other lady comes in, and she said, show her. And so I showed her, and she says, well, she said, I knit socks. She says, I don't do much. She said, I know how to crochet too. She said, but I mostly just knit a couple of pairs of socks a year or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I gave her my information because she expressed possible interest in having a sweater made. And because she said she just didn't, mess with it enough to make herself a sweater. And I'm like, okay. And she said something about that she had some yarn that had been given to her that she felt like it was just sitting around wasting away, that she maybe trade for a sweater or just give it to me, or something like that. And I said, yeah, we can totally trade, yarn for a sweater. I'm doing that with Cheryl, so that's perfectly fine, because I'm totally willing to horse trade. That's what I call it anyway. If you have bougie yarn and you want to trade it from or for a sweater in return, then that's perfectly fine. So I gave her my information, and she sent her little envelope that she had to send, and left. And then another lady come in, and I just ended up in more conversation about my stuff, and I was there a lot longer than I intended. Well, by the time I made it out to the van, the lady that I now know as Hope had went to her home and then came back. And she's asked me, she says, would you mind terribly going with me to Starbucks? And I was like, okay. I'm thinking she needs a yarny friend. She wants to talk crochet or yarn, or just to have a sit down and conversation at Starbucks. And I'm like, she said, do you have the time? And I'm like, sure. So I followed. Well, she went in her vehicle, I went in mine, and we went to Starbucks, and she bought me a Frappuccino. And we sat and we just talked about life and kids and some crochet stuff and some things. And she says, well, I have some yarn in the car that I want to give you. And I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking she's doing this as an exchange for her sweater. And she said that, I asked her about colors and stuff. She said mostly like black and gray, stuff that will go with anything. And I'm like, okay. And she still hasn't really specifically said about making a sweater for her. I'm hoping she will call. I didn't get her number, but I'm hoping she will call. And because I think she's about a regular size large, because she's slim. She's similar to me in height, but she's slim. She's really slim. And so, and I think we're similar in age, but I'm thinking she's at least 5 or so years younger than me, because she said she had a daughter that was 18. So I'm thinking she's 5 or so years younger than me. But so we go, and then when we get to drinking our coffee, she got a black coffee, I got my caramel frappuccino, and so we're just drinking and chatting about this and that. And then she says, let's go out to the car and let me get this yarn. And I'm like, okay. And she has a couple of boxes, medium-sized boxes with yarn, and she's pulling it out, and I'm going, you know, this is some nice stuff. And she's like, can you use this? And I'm like, and she only kept one little Ziploc of a couple of little mini hanks, and the rest of it she gave me. So I'm going to show that to you, because my mind is blown. She said, you can sell some of it if you want, or keep it, whatever you want to do with it. And I'm like, sell? Oh. Oh. So I'm just going to reach for the stuff that's closest to me. Because this stuff doesn't happen to me. I mean, I went from going to mail a package to meeting a random angel named Hope, who gave me a bunch of beautiful yarn. So, has this ever happened to y'all? I don't know. I'm a little overwhelmed by this. I don't know what I quite did to deserve such a thing. You know, I don't. I probably, I didn't, maybe, I guess I was such in shock by her generosity that I didn't quite express it as much as I probably should have at the time. And she seemed to be in a hurry, and I didn't want to hold her up. I hope she sees this and knows that this is such a blessing to me, and I'm so grateful. But this first little Ziploc, because everything's in Ziplocs, so that's good too. This is a Knit Picks yarn. It's called Merino Style. It's 100% merino wool. The color is called Tide Pool. And y'all know this is my color. And let's see if it tells me how many yards. This is made in Peru. Let me find the yardage. I know I remember seeing it somewhere on here. It was like 100 and something yards. There it is, 123 yards. And this looks to be a thin 4. It doesn't say on the label. It doesn't say anywhere what weight of yarn it is, but I'm calling it a thin 4. I could probably safely use a 5.5 with that. But there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. So, and this is 100% merino wool. It's got a little toothiness to it, but it's mainly just, look, squish. My gosh. I don't know yet what I'll make with it, but I'm just thrilled by it. And these are and this is in not any particular order. I'm just grabbing what's closest to me. And this next one is so beautiful. So all of it is beautiful. I don't think any of it is not beautiful. And there are 5 of these beauties. Now some of these actually have prices on them, and you can tell they came from a little yarn store, a local yarn store, whatever you want to call it. Like this one has a price of $11.85, and it's called well, I'm just going to show it to y'all because I can't, my mouth won't let me say it right now. But let's see, it's 28% mohair, 53% viscose, 10% polyamide, and 9% polyester. But it's got some glitter going on with it. And let's see, I don't even think it said yards. Oh, there it is, 198 yards. And it's a pretty thin. I'm thinking that's probably between a 1 and a 2, somewhere in there. But is that not beautiful? That is gorgeous. I mean, is it what they call effervescent? Yeah, effervescent. But yeah, you can tell there. Yeah, but there are 5 of these. And it's, yeah, you could probably get away with a scarf with this, or a hat. I wouldn't wear this next to your skin. It's probably going to bother you a little bit. Yeah. Or even, dare I say it, a shawl would probably be gorgeous in this. Yeah, a scarf or a shawl would probably be very beautiful with this. But you can definitely see the halo right there. You can see the halo. It's gorgeous. Okay, and this next year, and most of this I have not even seen before. I've never seen the brands or nothing even like it. Now this yarn is heavenly. This is called Fantasy Dark Horse Yarns. And I really like that color. That's like a antique rose kind of color. And it's 50% nylon and 50% acrylic. So you can imagine, that is squishy. So incredibly soft. Yeah, it's called Fantasy 33 Rose. And let's see if it'll tell me how many yards. 205 yards, and I have 4 of them. So that's really beautiful. And oh man, yeah, that's quite amazing. I'll find something to pair this with, but it's because there's only 4 of them, but it's really nice. Really nice. And this next one, I've never seen anything like it either. Never in my life. And it's pricey. Look at that. It doesn't look necessarily pricey. You would think this was just another Chanel yarn, but let me read you the label. It is Fiesta Yarns. Let's see if it tells me where it's called. I guess the color, I don't know. It just calls itself Chinchilla. No, okay, I guess that's the line of yarn it is. And the color is called Caribbean. Fiber content, 100% silk Chanel. Yards is 225. Needle size 6. So I'm thinking they're thinking 6mm, because it's, you know, it's a bit of a 4-weight. Price tag is still on it, $39.50, and I have 2. I'm thinking hat. Yeah, I wouldn't call this garment worthy, but definitely hat worthy. Yes, it would make a cute hat. But silk Chanel. Oh my gosh. And look at those colors. Those are my colors all day long. It's like the sky opened up and sent me hope. Oh my goodness. I'm just blown away. And as she was showing this stuff to me, I was in shock that she was just gonna, you know, I couldn't really say much because I was in shock. This perfect stranger, this brand new yarny friend, you know, just giving me these beautiful things. And I'm like, this doesn't happen to me. I don't remember this happening to anybody else either. Anyway, and here's some, this is just some, let's see if I can, okay, 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon on your, SRK on your toes, sock yarn. The color is called, let's see. Oh, it says it's made with aloe vera. That's interesting. I was looking for the yardage. Oh, 390 yards. Maybe the color is aloe vera. But that is really pretty. That's just sock yarn. I'm going to have to get one of them sock looms. I looked it up on Amazon. They're not that much. But, and I mean, you could tell it's very woolly, but you could wear that on your feet, no problem. And then she sent me some little pieces of cakes, some little, I guess partially used yarn cake, sock weight yarn. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna have to get me a sock loom, because I'm not gonna try to teach myself how to knit socks, but I will buy a sock knitting loom and do it that way. I found some on Amazon and saved it to my list so that I could go back and get it later. But yeah, but isn't that beautiful? I love that. That is really beautiful. This is all I have of it, and it's let's see. It just says kinky sock. Apparently it originally was 400 yards. Unplanned Peacock's Studio. And it was hand-dyed, apparently. Of course it was. Let's see what else is in here. And this one doesn't have a label, but look at that beautifulness. But I figured I would just have some mismatched socks. Just make some mismatched socks. Who cares? I wouldn't mind. I've always wanted a pair of knitted socks. Oh, and I pulled the label out of the center of this one. This is Quegu. Yes. And look at that. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh my goodness. That's me all over the place. And this one looks a little thicker than the others. See how that looks more sport weight to me. But let me put these back, because I have more to show you. A whole huge Michael's bag overflowing, because she wanted to keep her boxes. So I just had a Michael's bag in the van that I put everything in. I'm just lining them up next to me. Let me show you this cotton. This is Lion brand cotton. I don't think I'd ever seen it before. But there's 4 of these. And it's Lion brand kitchen cotton. I'm thinking, I haven't seen this before. So this must be an old label. Maybe vintage? I don't know. But there are 236 yards. It's definitely a 4-weight. No, maybe. I don't know. It's a thinner 4-weight. What do y'all think? Yeah, it's a little bit thinner. I'm looking to see if it actually says. No, it's a thinner 4-weight. The color's called Sunflower. Huh. It really is not saying. Well, that's wild. It really doesn't say. A lot of this stuff doesn't say which gauge or weight classification it is. You just have to basically figure it out. But I'm giving this a 4. It's either a 4 or a thick 3. One of the two. But there's 4 of these beautiful yellows. But I would say that's definitely kitchen cotton. That's not garment cotton, because it's not you know, pliable enough to be garment cotton, if that makes any sense. And this stuff here, I'm just gonna have to learn how to work with finger and weight to work with this, because this now this wasn't hanked. I did this myself, because I think she might have used part of this one, because this has no label. But look at this. This is obviously superwash merino, and it's obviously finger and weight. I mean, hello. So I'm gonna have to learn how to work with this, because I'm not giving this one up, because that is gorgeous. And it comes in the same bag with some other gorgeousness that has got it. Oh, but these 3, I think it's 3, might be 4. Hold on. Oh, they come unhung. Hold on a minute. Of course, I touched it. It instantly, something happened to it because I touched it. you can see it's my color, right? I think maybe this might be one of her colors too. But I'm going to see if I can get this twisted back up. There we go. Okay. This $14 a hank. 70% superwash merino, 30% silk. Staccato Pool is the name, I think, of the color. Okay, 191 yards per. So obviously this is another finger and weight situation, or sport weight, I don't know. It's somewhere between a 1 and a 2. It's pretty thin. But there are 3 of these. But I'm thinking it could definitely be paired. These can be paired together. I'm thinking there's probably the same amount of yardage, but this has been fluffed out a little more. I'll fix this one down here too. But I've got to figure out what to do with this one. I don't know. I think I'd like a scarf or something made with it. I don't know. I wish I could knit, but it just, I got my hands full with crochet. I said something about knitting takes longer, and she's like, she thought knitting was quicker than crochet, and I was like, I guess it depends on the knitter. It really does. It depends on who's doing the knitting. But this stuff, gosh, it is, and then it's got that sheen to it. Oh, and I just realized I didn't tell y'all the rest of what's on the label. It says Shibui, S-H-I-B-U-I, staccato. I don't know. I know that they were $14 a piece, the turquoise ones. But this one didn't come with a label. She probably had one at one point, but it doesn't have one now. And here's the most unique yarn I've ever seen. Ever. And I don't even know if I've ever seen this kind of unique yarn on Backwarday's channel. And she's had some very unique stuff. And this is the most expensive out of the bunch, I think. No, wait a minute. No, the silk chenille was more. This is Fiesta, Sophisticated and Inspiring Color. La Boheme. I think the color is called Poppies. And it says fiber content, 2 strand yarn. A is 64% brushed kid mohair, 28% wool, 8% nylon. Strand B is 100% rayon boucle. It's 165 yards and approximately 4 ounces. Dry clean, it says. Okay, but this is what we're working with. And it's gorgeous. It really is beautiful. But there's that really fuzzy stuff. I'm going to pull it close so y'all can see. But it's got the mohair in there, and then it's got this strand of what is it called? Rayon. So it's got this strand of rayon, and then it's got a strand of fuzz. And they're just, I guess you hold them, they're woven, they're not even twisted around each other. They're just, hanked up together. But this one was $29.50 a hank, and there's 2. I have someone in mind for this, so I have to email her for her address. But yeah, I think I'm going to gift this to somebody that I think will know exactly what to do with it. Because it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. So, but yeah, I think the human knitting machine will be fine with it. But I'm going to email her later and see if I can get her address, and she will end up with at least these 2. Because as much as I love the colors, I don't think I'll use it, and I don't want to. I want to honor Hope's request and having none of these sit around. I think that was her reasoning for gifting these to me, gifting this yarn to me, is because she felt like they were sitting around going to waste. And she felt like as much as I do crocheting and stuff, that this yarn wouldn't be sitting around, you know, that it would get used. And so, and I know if I send this to my friend that I have to email, that that it'll get used, because it's very interesting, and I know that she'll make something very interesting with it, with her many talents. So let's set that aside. Oh, here's some more gorgeousness. It's just so overwhelming, so overwhelming. And I know y'all don't get tired of looking at yarn, so it doesn't matter how long this video is. And this one, yeah, here's a label. This is Quagu. Quagu, oh, I don't remember looking at that earlier. Let's see if it tells me. Oh, it's 100% merino wool. It is 175 yards. I don't see a color though. I don't care. It's got like kind of like navy and dark purple, navy maybe, and I'll just hold it up. Y'all can be the judge of it. That my phone does pretty good with color. But yes, that's really lovely. That's really beautiful. And oh, wow. And this next one couldn't be more me if it tried. And we're back to the same brand as that was in that other bag. That one. And look at that. Holy moly. And of course it's back to being really thin, but that's okay. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. Oh. This one was $12.50 apparently. Goodness. And this is 100% superwash merino. 191 yards. I'll probably end up pairing this with some of that other. I might, ooh, I couldn't I? I could hold it together with that other. That's an idea. And this is really beautiful too. This is Lorena's. This one says $13. It says hand dyed. It's a beautiful cornflower blue. Let's see. It just says this is a 1 weight. Yeah, I agree. It's very thin, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Yeah. Even if I had to hold a couple together. And then the last one in this bag is Scrumptious, and it's this silk blend. This has a $14.50 price tag on it. 150 yards. Let's see, 30% silk, 70% merino, extra fine wool, kettle dyed. It says, and it's got just like a really beautiful blend of colors. I don't know how they managed that. That's just beautiful. Let me put all them back in their bag, and I'll get to the next thing. And this next one, wow. Wow. This one is really gorgeous. This is Sojum sock, 460 yards, 75% superwash merino, and 25% nylon. So this is totally a sock yarn. Colorway is Fram Louise, $33 price tag. And it's this gorgeous little rose color. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That might be part of somebody's Christmas present. I don't know who yet. Yes, I do, but I'm not saying. But it's gorgeous. I'm gonna put that next to me. These next two definitely got to be worked together, because they have, I think that's what the intent was, for them to be worked together. And this one is just about come unhanked. But I think it's just because it's been squished in that bag so long. But y'all can see that this variegated one here has shades of this other solid blue color. They are both this here. And let's see, what is the 75% wool, 25% polyamide, which from what my understanding is nylon. And so, and they both have, let me find it, 376 yards. So I'm gonna call that probably a sport weight. So, which is fine, I can work with that. And I would think this would make a really pretty scarf of some sort. You know, I don't know. I just know I love it. I know everybody likes to come up with things that they're going to do with the yarn as they're showing the yarn. Me, I'm just like, I don't know yet. I just know that I love it. I will come up with something. I'm just, I'm a bit overwhelmed by all the beauty and all the luxury of this yarn that, I mean, I'm a big box yarn store kind of girl, and this is more than I've ever seen all together like this, except for in a yarn store. And I've only been in one of the local yarn stores that is now no longer open. And this has no label, so, but I will show it to you. I think these two little bunches are cotton yarn, and of course turquoise, but I think it's a bulky 5. At least it looks like a bulky 5 to me. But I think it's going to end up being a hat of some sort. I think I'm going to loom knit a hat with this, but it feels very much like cotton. I think this is cotton, or at the very least a cotton acrylic blend, but it feels really much like cotton. It might have been in some sort of kit, because there's no labeling, just these two little bunches. But I'm thinking I can get a loom knitted hat out of this. I think it'll be just perfect. This looks like a 5 weight to me. That's a very, you know, yeah. But yeah, I think a nice hat would be good with that. And I have no idea what to do with these two little bunches. I'm thinking this must have came in an amigurumi kit. That's what it looks like to me, these two little, I'll probably give these to Eva because she does amigurumi. And I'm sure she'll find a use for these two little bitty baby bonbons here. So these will be a hat. Because that's what makes sense out of that bulky yarn, and cotton can keep you warm too. I'm saving the best for last, just to let y'all. Well, not the best for last, but some of the, and this yarn I think is probably going to end up in Eva's hands as well. This is Lion Brand yarn I've never seen before. Apparently Martha Stewart and Lion Brand did some yarn, and it's roving wool. I think this is probably used for felting. But there's just these tiny little balls here, and this is just a really dark navy blue. It's called a bulky 5, but there's only 58 yards here. But I can see Eva doing a amigurumi and felting it. You know, this would felt really good. And there's this color. There's 2 of this cream color, and then there's 2 of this little mint green color, sherbet color. Yeah. So I am sharing. I am planning on sharing some of this because it's a lot. I'm almost done, y'all. And this is some mercerized cotton in a really gorgeous baby blue. It took me a minute to see it, but it is it's in a really thin. I would say that's probably a 2 weight, or between a 2 and a 3. I was looking and looking, and I couldn't find it because there's a sticker on this that kind of covers it up. It just has a sticker that says knitting under the influence, $4.99. So apparently these were $4.99 to begin with. But it is patents. I was trying to see, but it does say it's mercerized cotton. And there's just this little, I can't tell if she made something with these or if she started to make something, but there's 3 little balls in here. This little ball here. But Eva does have a grandson coming later this year, and I figured maybe a baby hat and some booties would look great with the mercerized cotton. So, yeah. A little baby set for the baby. That's what you do with mercerized cotton, especially baby blue like that. That belongs in baby stuff. Now for the yarn that I actually have a sweater's quantity of. This is Cashmere Merino, KFI. I never seen this yarn before. I don't know if it shows a picture. It says it's made in Italy. It's 55% merino wool, 33% microfiber, and 12% cashmere. It's 135 meters, 50 grams. It says each ball was $7.50. It doesn't really give you a, it's not showing what gauge or anything like that. No, it doesn't tell you what weight it is. I'm gonna give that probably between a 2 and a 3. But if it says it's 135 meters, I'm gonna go with 150 yards per skein, per ball here. And this is a lovely royal purple. Just a purple. So somewhere it's close to that aubergine, but not quite. But it's a beautiful purple. And let me count these again. Let's see, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 10 of the purple. And let me tell you, there's going to be a sweater made with this. Yes. Definitely a sweater made with that. And then I have it in this, I would call this another cornflower blue color. And there's, I think, 11 in here, 10 or 11 of this color as well. And it's the same merino cashmere microfiber. It's just gonna, I know it's gonna be lovely to work with. I just know it is. After working with that, when I made Eva's, I know this is gonna work up great. And look, just look at it. It's gorgeous. That is really beautiful. I thought about working these 2 colors together, but I'm gonna do some math and see if I have enough of each color to just, make a top or a sweater top, maybe a short sleeve sweater. Because I don't know. If you knitted it, you would have enough for a long sleeve sweater, of course. But if I, if I crochet and I might not. But I don't know. I'm using my phone, so I don't have it to use my calculator. But I don't know. I'll do some math and see. I may just use these colors together. But together, I may have enough for 2 tops. Or 2 sweaters. I don't know. But I'll do some math and see where I'm at with it. But these definitely garment worthy yarn here. All this yarn is really garment worthy. Most of it anyway. Some of it is just hat or amigurumi stuff. But I'm, just really absolutely blown away and touched. And I just wanted to share it with y'all. And I've been beside myself all day trying to figure out what I did to deserve such a thing. I'm still kind of perplexed, but I feel very blessed to have met Hope and to to, you know, stopped in at the post office to mail my package and met everybody. I guess I need to get some business cards made up instead of relying on my little notebook in my purse. But yeah, it just, wow. Just wow. Anyway, that's about all I got for y'all today. It's a long video because there was a lot to show y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to get this uploaded and get to work on something and try to just watch some TV and crochet and enjoy the rest of the night. I hope y'all do the same. If y'all crochet, I know some folks just watch to be watching, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And if y'all are enjoying my content, especially Vlogtember, they will also be Vlogtober. And then I'll just go back to my regularly scheduled, you know, vlog style videos and devotionals as usual. I'll try to keep up the everyday situation, but you know, sometimes I get to feeling kind of poorly and don't always feel up to doing it, but I will do my best. But if you like my content, please hit the thumbs up. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, subscriptions are free, and I'd really appreciate that. And if you feel like supporting the channel, you can hit the join button. If you're looking at on a laptop, and there's a link in the description if you want to become a channel member for as little as 99 cents a month. So thank you all. Please remember that I love you and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.